Hey, today I'm going to go over GoRuck's line of shoes. I was looking for a new shoe, something I could run with, travel with, wear every day, hike with, do ninja stuff with, really just everything. My go-to shoe has been Lone Peaks from Altra, but I wanted to break away from Lone Peak for certain reasons that I'll get into later. Today I'm going to go over the lineup of Ballistic Trainers from GoRuck, the Rough Runner, and the Mackall. Going to tell you what they're about, do an overview. I ran 1 mile on a treadmill with each of these shoes here, just to make sure they fit and felt okay. Yeah, before I decide if I wanted to return them or not, I'm going to keep them. I'm going to try them all out for 6 months and then probably do an update review in the next 6 months or so. And that's going to consist of me running about 3.5 to 4.5 miles 3 days a week, and then hiking anywhere from 6 to 16 miles, and hunting for elk in the fall. So we're going to get a lot of different weather. Here in Central Oregon, we have a lot of dust, and then we have a lot of weather. So shoes go pretty quick here for me, especially using them every day. Just like something that fits me good, looks decent, and like I can wash. That's huge. I'll be able to just hose them off. So what we've got today is the Ballistic Trainer. It's more, I think, marketed as, I think these are all kind of marketed as CrossFit, running, kind of active shoes. I know GoRuck from their backpacks from my brother, who's a Marine, and he loves their backpacks. So I bought the Ballistic Trainers. First off, these felt like a glove. This fitting on my foot, super comfortable. I've got some stats here that I'm going to run over just real quick. These are a, let's see, 8mm heel to toe drop, so 8mm higher in the back than the front. The tread is more of like a road runner, like gym, not too aggressive. I haven't tried these on anything slippery to see what happens, but these are a shoe that I think would be perfect for traveling. I could go on a run with them while I'm traveling, because when I'm traveling, I do try and exercise. And I'll go to Europe, Costa Rica, wherever I'm going, Mexico, something that I can get dirty and just feels like I could, do a lot of different things with. I don't know that I'd really want to hike with these if I didn't have to. I could though. I don't feel like there's any drawbacks to them. They've got your traditional laces. They're very well vented, but again, these just are like a ninja shoe, a slipper. They just feel great. They're pretty flexible for the most part. Not super, but they got some flex to them, and super comfortable. Like I said, I ran 1 mile on these on the treadmill, had no issues. One thing to note, I wear 11.5 in Daner and Ultra. Ultra has changed a little bit to where now I'm 11. I used to be 11.5. Now I am 11 with the Lone Peaks. Get into that later. Again, I'm going to go over these, and then I'll get into these other shoes and how they compare. Rough Runner, a bit more tread on the bottom, and a little less flexible. This felt a little more like it would have like maybe a small break-in period of about a week or so, max. But definitely it feels like a super tough shoe, fit me very well. I noticed just a slight bit rubbing on the inner side of the ball of my foot. And so I think that's something that would just, I was wearing cheap socks too, just some Costco socks. But I do like the tongue. It just feels really stiff, comfortable. These just have a little more support. These are a 10mm heel to toe drop, so 10mm higher in the back. But great shoe, great looking shoe. I think this is the shoe that I would probably mostly choose to travel with or wear every day. It's black, which I love. It's just clean. They've got some clean colors. I just wish all these shoe companies made an all black shoe like this. They do have one with like a gum bottom, it's called. It's kind of like a brown, reddish brown gummy look. So this is probably my #1 pick at the moment. Of course, time will tell. These have traditional laces, and no issues with this other than my toe feeling just a little bit of rubbing on the inside. These did feel also like they had a bit more arch support. The insert in these obviously are removable, and you feel a little bit more arch. I guess, yeah, it's also on the sole as well as the insert. So put that in later. Another thing to note, I forgot to mention, the Ballistic Trainer comes with an additional set of inserts. And this insert, I don't know if it's supposed to go in tandem or not, but it's a completely flat insert. Yeah, it's completely flat, and it, yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to go in there as well as for extra cushion. But yeah, that is what you get with that one right there. A little bit of arch support. And then on to the Mackall. The Mackall, I think, is marketed as more of like a tougher shoe. Definitely has more tread on the bottom. It's got more arch support in there, and it also has a lot of padding on the inside, on the heel that protrudes, and on the sides of your foot. Initially, when you put it on, it feels kind of cool, and then It also, I think it feels like it has a lower cut. No, it doesn't. It just feels that way because when you're running, you just kind of have that like extra padding. And over time, I don't know. I guess that would break in and support you. I'm not really sure what the reason for that is, but this has less flex on it. It's a little tougher. It has, like I said, a little more arch support. This has a little bit more drop too. Oh wow, that insert's thick. And yeah, nope, same 10 millimeter on these two drop, which is fine by me. I don't care if the shoe's flat or not. But yeah, just a really, really tough feeling shoe. Like I'd hike in this shoe, could take this traveling. It doesn't look out of place. I don't feel like I'm wearing a hiking shoe. Really clean looking. I think it's just a cool looking shoe. And that insert is a lot tougher and you feel a lot more padding around the arch. So that's probably why. And also I did feel like I felt the shoe more when I was running, that I had a shoe on versus these two, the Rough Runner and the Ballistic, felt more like just like more natural. So I think this one will have more of a break-in period, but feels a lot tougher. Probably it's going to last longer, I'm guessing. Again, time will tell. But yeah, I really like these shoes. I'm excited about them. They are all black, which is awesome. This one does have a little bit of a gray tone to it. You can get this one also, I think, with that gum bottom looking. You might be able to get all these that way. I'll put that insert back in later. Gonna keep track of which one goes with which. Okay, so that's enough about these shoes. Time will tell. I'm gonna compare them really quick to what I've been running with. This is half of my shoe collection, hence all left feet. So this is what I've been wearing for the last several years. I'm on pair like 10 or 11 of Altras. I was a big fan of Lone Peaks. I've just destroyed lots of Lone Peaks, probably like 8 pairs of Lone Peaks, maybe 6, 7, or 8. I've hiked mountains with them. I've done everything in them. Traveled all over the world with these, and they've been incredible until I think it was Lone Peak 7s. I don't even know which one I'm on now. I don't mark these. Around 6 or 7, they started to deteriorate quicker. I've got my other shoe in the house, but actually let me grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the Lone Peak from Altra. It was an incredible shoe, and they just started falling apart quickly, and I've seen a lot of other friends that have been wearing these shoes, and this part's coming apart. A lot of things are falling apart. My Timp 3s have been like my road running shoe / trail that have been my favorite fit. Also just falling apart pretty quickly within 6 months to a year. Year's fine. Shoe lasts me a year, that's awesome, but 6 months was pretty quick. I generally take these things to their grave till they have no tread left. I'm not running with them in that case, but I'm like using them for getting dirty or whatever. If I'm going out somewhere that I just don't care about the shoe or camping or something like that. But yeah, so the Timp 3s were awesome. They changed quite a bit, their pattern. And so I bought these until I couldn't buy them anymore. These were 11.5s. That's what I was using. And yeah, so I was kind of bummed. Altra, what they did with the, I think 7s, 6 or 7s, Lone Peaks, they got a little wider in what I noticed. And so I had to go to an 11 because 10.5 was just way too wide. I feel like my foot was just slipping around. And so when I did that, then my toe started to touch a little bit. They did break in, but just was a weird fit. It wasn't like the Timps where it's just like a glove. These have a different material, obviously, and they don't last as long, and they're you can still wash them with a hose, but didn't feel as good. So I did a warranty on these ones. They sent me another pair, so this will probably be my last pair of Altras, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's been great, but probably my last pair. Then I had a friend who hooked me up with some Topos, and these, I don't even know the name brand. They're called Run Venture 4. So these are new to me. They have a ton of tread, so I just kind of designated this as like a hiking trail running shoe, and they've been awesome. I love the fit. They're great. Don't like the color so much because I don't not like it, but if I want to wear this every day, like again, I'm looking for a shoe that would just do it all, for me. Keep it simple, keep my life simple. Then yeah, this isn't it, but it is great for running and hiking, so I love it. My do-it-all shoe for daily wear has been my 3rd pair of these Danners, trail whatevers. If you see it, you know it, you probably recognize it. These shoes aren't cheap. They can range anywhere from like $100 on sale up to like $230, I think, for the Gore-Tex version. I don't think I'd buy this in Gore-Tex, but yeah, this has been like my everyday, even if it's snowing out, summer shoe. My brothers make fun of me because they think it looks like a dad's shoe, which I get. It's got this nubby thing. I'm not trying to make any fashion statements day to day. Then I kind of branched out. I'm going to skip these two because I don't really wear these much. But my favorite everyday shoe now is this, gosh, I forget what it's called. It's like Arctic 600 or something from Danner. It's a slip-on boot. I've done absolutely everything in these. Summer, it is not good. It's not a good boot. It doesn't breathe well, but it keeps you warm. It's got some insulation. I think it's the Danner Dry. And this has been my hunting shoe, my all-winter shoe. We get cold weather here in Bend. We get a lot of snow, like around. Like it doesn't stick, but it's got like an Arctic slip on the bottom. Been awesome. Awesome boot. They used to make this in tan, and I wore that one out. And they stopped making it, so I had to buy the black version, which is fine. You know, it just looks kind of like a plain boot, but incredible shoe. I've hiked 40 miles in 4 days in these, and you know, did pretty good. You know, my other hunting boot is this other Danner Arctic something. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, a good boot. The fit got tighter for some reason, and I got blisters just because it got too warm out one trip. And so I'll alternate these two on my hunting trips or winter stuff. If I'm going out to take photos in the winter and it's going to be really cold, I'll probably take this boot. It's got more insulation and it's less worn. And then I will buy a pair of these boots probably every 2 years. These Arctic Danners, they last pretty good. They got like a neoprene slip-on. And it's been pretty good. And then if I want to look fancy, which is pretty rare, weddings, I'll wear this boot here. It's another Danner leather boot. Took a little while to break in, but I'm there. And then these two shoes are kind of shoes that I found randomly in town. They are from Arc'teryx. I really like them. I don't know, they're not like a wide toe box like most of these, but they've been good. I've shot probably 100 weddings with these boots because they look good enough to wear to a wedding. I wish I could have found these in black. I did find them in black in this version, the shorter version, and I've used these at like just things where I want to look a little nicer or whatever. But it is a good fitting shoe. It's very lightweight, but I'm not, you know, super crazy about them. I can wear them all day, which is good for a wedding, but I just kind of have reserved them for weddings if I need to look nice. But, you know, I'm not shooting the fanciest weddings for the most part. When I do go to a fancy wedding or a nicer one, I'll wear this boot here. And so, yeah. Anyway, a little quick comparison. I've not worn all the boots in the world or shoes, but you know, there's other shoes I wouldn't mind trying, but it does cost money. And these were on sale. I paid $100 per pair, which I think is what I paid. Is a pretty darn good deal. So I figured, hey, $100 each. Let's try them out, run them for 6 months, and you know, they should have hopefully each last me a year or more. They look pretty tough, and yeah, I'm excited to put them through the paces. It's gonna be hiking, traveling, and hunting, and just everyday use. So yeah, hopefully this video is helpful, and yeah, that's it. Have a nice one.